How you doing, YouTube, and welcome to the Thursday deck update. Today we're going to be concentrating on the deck everybody's been trying to get me to go back to again, which is Naturia's. Here's the reason I haven't been doing it so far, or for a little while. Obviously, Hidden Arsenal 4 is just a little ways away, but I've gone ahead and proxied out the entire deck with dual terminal cards of the cards we're going to be using, and I really wanted to go over the deck. I played it all night tonight, probably played, I'd like to say, about 30 games, and I only lost about 5 or 6. And I played against 6 Samurais. I played against Black Wings. Played against a really good Zombie Chaos deck. So I wanted to show you guys this and kind of go over why I'm running certain cards, why I'm not running other cards, and let you know how the deck is doing so far. So let's go ahead and get started. One thing that has not changed, we're still running 3 bamboo shoots. If you don't know what bamboo shoot does, which most people do, you tribute a Naturia monster to summon him, and your opponent cannot activate any spells or traps. So the only way that they can really negate it is to use Force Back, Solemn Warning, or Solemn Judgment. That's it. For now, we're still with 3 Naturia Cliffs. He's your searcher. He does miss timing on synchro summoning and tributing, but if he's destroyed by a card effect or by battle or anything, then you get the search. He's a great card and he's still worth running 3. I broke down and went ahead and put the 3 cherries back in. I ended up liking it better than I did the first time with the way I rearranged the rest of the monsters in here. So cherries is a great card. It helps you go into Naturia Beast since he's a 1-star tuner, and if he's destroyed by your opponent by pretty much any means, card effect, battle, anything, then you can select 1 or 2 cherries in your deck and special summon them to the field in face down defense position. And guys, I'm going to go through some of these cards for the people that may not know the deck. Hopefully this deck will catch on in a few months once all these cards become 100% legal, like Butterfly and some of these. And people who don't know what the deck does will see this video and kind of learn about the deck. So that's why I'm going through it in detail. 3 Naturia Butterflies. It's a 3-star tuner that basically once per turn, when your opponent declares an attack, you can mill the top card of your deck to negate the attack. So great card. It's just an all-around good card. Has 500 attack and 1200 defense. 3 Naturia Cosmo Beats. You can special summon him if your opponent sets, special summons, or normal summons a monster, even on their first turn. So it's a great way to get off a first turn bamboo shoot. And he's also got 1,000 attack, so he's a pretty hefty beater there. 3 Naturia Pumpkin. He's basically like Bogart Knight. He can be used to make Beast, Barkion, Landois, any of the above. So 2 Naturia Mantis. When he's on the field, if your opponent normal summons a monster, you can send a Naturia monster from your hand to the graveyard to negate the summon of that. Well, let's see how it reads it. Yeah, to destroy the monster. So it does not negate the summon, but it destroys the monster. 2 stink bugs. I don't have another stink bug right now, so we only have 1 in the deck, but we will be running 2. When he's on the field, if your opponent declares battle, you can pitch him to the graveyard to in the battle phase. And 1 Morphing Jar. Morphing Jar is phenomenal in this deck. Nobody will change my mind about that. I will be running Morphing Jar. He's a card that I could side out if I needed to, but he's a great card in this deck. And I'm also thinking about putting a Spirit Reaper in here because this deck really does need a level 3 non-tuner. If I stuck him in here as a main board card, I would probably have to take out 1 stink bug, so then you would have 1, so it'd be about the same. Some cards that I'm not running. Naturia White Oak. I'm not running this card. It's a good card, but I'd much rather have these cards in here. Same with Naturia Vane, Naturia Guardian, Beans, Mosquito, Rock, Tulip, Horn Needle, Rose Whip. These cards are better overall for this style of deck. It works better. There is a good deck that you can build with Beans and Mosquito and everything, but I find this deck to be much more consistent, and that's why I'm running triple and double of almost everything, is for consistency, and it's turned out amazingly. Trust me on this, guys. It's an amazing deck. Spell wise, we're not running many spells. I think we're running 7. Yeah, we're running 7. Um, we're running 2 Forbidden Lance. If you don't know what the card does, check it out. Great. Dark Hole, staple. One Book of Moon, staple. Naturia Forest. I'm teching this, trying it out right now. It's a field spell. When it's on the field, every time that you negate the activation of a card that your opponent controls, you can add a level 3 or lower Naturia monster to your hand. So he works right alongside Naturia Stink Bug. No, not Stink Bug, I'm sorry. Mantis. And um, yeah, Mantis. So it's a great card, and I'm probably going to end up taking it out just because I don't like it that much, but I wanted to try it. So yeah, it's great, and then it also works with a lot of your traps as well. So we'll just have to see how that stands. One Monster Reborn, obviously. One MST, siding in a second one. And your traps are just ridiculous. If your opponents can get through this trap lineup and your monsters, they deserve to win the game. 2D Prison, 2 Compulse, 2 7 Tools, 2 Solemn Warnings, Solemn Judgment, Mirror Force, and 1 Trap Stun. I believe this makes up a 41 card deck, I believe. And it's a phenomenal deck, guys. It controls the board like nobody's business. Um, I am only going to go through the main deck this time. Next time we will go through the side deck, and in 2 weeks we will go over the, or next week we'll go over the extra deck, and 2 weeks from now we'll go over the side deck. And I'm still working on the side deck, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. I'm seriously thinking of taking this deck to the Lubbock Regionals. Surprise some people up there. Nobody will see a deck like this coming, I don't think. And so I would be really interested to see how well I can do. My last regional that I went to, I got top 32. It was my first regional ever, and I got it with Naturia's when like Bamboo Shoot had just come out. It was right after Duelist Revolution. So here are some of the cards that I did not have last time I ran Naturia's. Naturia Stinkbug, Mantis, Pumpkin, Butterfly, Cherries. I didn't have any Solemn Warnings at the time. Forbidden Lance, and Naturia Forest. I didn't have any of those cards at the time. So if that tells you anything about how good this deck could be compared to then, you know, um, it's an amazingly consistent deck. Your monsters, it's not an OTK deck. Your monsters are not high attack, but you just control the field so much that they can't do anything, and then you bring out your big synchros. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, this is the Thursday deck update. We will see you guys tomorrow for Format Friday. Excuse me, for Format Friday. Please comment, rate, subscribe. Check out my channel. Check out my videos. And I'll see you later, YouTube. Peace.